Oh, right.
What was that on?
Rolling with the homies. I don't know. I could probably find like.
Oh, you're so young. Where is Keem? No,
90 things where you can find.
Homies. I want you guys to see this, and what I guarantee you, as soon as I put it up, they're gonna guess it was on. It was on Clueless. You guys are just trash.
All right, whatever.
What's Clueless?
With your old ass. I know what Clueless is. I've seen Clueless.
Starks just asked what Clueless is.
With your old ass.
It was with I was gonna call her name Dion. It was with
Like you don't even know who it is. Stacey Dash.
Stacey Dash.
When she was black. Stacey Dash back when she was black.
Dang it, I forget her name. Alicia Silverstone, something like that.
Alicia Silverstone.
Yes.
Look at you.
Shut up.
Tried to call us out just now.
Whatever. Anyway.
Okay, boomer. You see them get mad over that? Boomers really got mad over being called boomer. One of them in some story like even equated it to using the N-word. And I'm like, the fact that you had to type out the N-word instead of nigger lets me know that one is clearly worse than the other one.
Dude, I'm still shocked about Justin Bieber.
Hold on, we're going to get there in a second. Okay, boomer. That's my favorite thing. Now, I'm going to start saying that to all the baby boomers. Okay, boomer. Your old ass.
I'm not a boomer.
I know you're not a boomer. You are... I'm
a millennial.
You're a millennial. You're in my generation.
Yes. Wait, you mean you're in my generation?
Whatever.
I don't know how you made it.
Whatever you want to call it.
How did you make it?
I was the tail end.
Are you really?
It's 1980 to 95.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah. My stepdad is
That's
also
long.
a millennial. Yes, it's very
Your
long.
Stepdad is?
He's 1980.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How's you? Never mind. That's not my business.
What was I about to say? No, but that's crazy. Like they've been really getting upset about it, and it has been like an HR thing with different companies because millennials keep responding to baby boomers saying, "Okay, boomer."
I'm about to tell my dad that. Oh, my
like they ain't never do shit wrong to us. Like y'all didn't tell us to get these motherfucking college degrees. Like we wasn't gonna be in loads of fucking student loan debt. Boomers.
Do you guys remember Y2K? Remember how everything was supposed to crash?
I know what it is, but I don't remember it like as it happened.
What were you, like 5?
I was 5. I was 4 turning 5.
I was 5.
I think I was like 12 or something.
The only Y2K I remember had to do with Chris Jericho. Wasn't that like one of his like special moves or something? Yeah, right? You don't even know who Chris Jericho is.
I don't think so.
That was WWF right there.
Oh, yeah, I don't watch WWF. It's fake. It's fake.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody watching, I hope I'm killing dreams.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, you couldn't tell me that shit was fake.
My goddaughter knows it's fake and she still loves it.
I can see that. I mean, it's entertaining.
She
it's very
still
entertaining.
Loves it. She's been one of, did you say, not UFC? WWF. She's been a fighter like each year for Halloween for the last like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's extremely entertaining. Well, but when we were kids though, it was literally the best shit on TV. Like with Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, all them. Vince McMahon said nigga on national television, and nobody batted a fucking eye about it.
I'm still shocked at how many people apparently are saying
HBK, Heartbreak Kid.
HBK, that's my favorite wrestler right there. Shawn Michaels.
The best.
But yeah, to your point about how many white celebrities say nigga and get away with it. Vince
I
McMahon.
just didn't know.
I need to compile that list, and we need to bring that up one day. 'Cause I want to know how many exactly it is. Vince McMahon, Justin Bieber, I think Kramer from Seinfeld.
it wasn't.
It was Kramer. It was Kramer. Yeah, it was Kramer. Don Imus said nappy headed hoes, but that's just as close to saying nigga.
Wait, what did you guys get?
He went to Halal Guys.
I was gonna say that is not Whole Foods.
Yeah, you wait. They can't see that.
But I was about to be upset. I'm like, wow, the fact that it was Whole Foods, I was like, I don't feel like going. I might have went for that. But whatever.
Yeah, Don Imus said nappy headed hoes, which is basically the same thing as saying nigga.
What?
You don't remember that? When
Yes, but how's it basically the same thing?
calling black women nappy headed hoes, that's damn near just as bad.
It's just as bad.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just as bad.
I can't think of anybody else on top of my head. But yeah, that Justin Bieber video, I'm surprised you hadn't seen that. Starks, you remember that video?
I've literally never seen that. I've never seen that.
Where he turned one less lonely girl into one less lonely nigga? But hey, but listen. if you drop a video like
What
that,
happened during that time? Like people.
I don't know. I don't remember. That's the thing. They buried it so well that I don't remember. He said that he dropped journals. I forgave him, and I don't know what the fuck happened.
That's what's wrong with black people right now.
Listen.
That is what's wrong with black people.
Drop journals.
Has anybody in here had a Popeye's chicken sandwich this second go around?
Yes, once. Starks just told me he did. The second.
I have yet to have any Popeye's.
The second one I
sandwich.
had, I ain't gonna lie, wasn't as good as the first one. But
Exactly.
I don't know. It could have just been an off day. Like, you know, sometimes restaurants you go to, they have an off day. Like In-N-Out be having some off days.
Nah.
Chick-fil-A might have an off day. In-N-Out for sure has off days. For sure.
I don't
In-N-Out is hit and miss.
I
It's
definitely
it's like 70-30, but it's hit and miss though. You could get some real mid In-N-Out.
There's no way they're killing that many chickens. That's not chicken anymore.
What you mean?
There's no way they're slaughtering that many chickens.
All they doing is just making
This
sandwiches
fool-
out of it instead of
This
strips.
fool Stark said, so what?
Yeah.
I care if it's chicken.
You think all the shit that you eating is 100% real? Even the vegetables. You think all the shit that you eating is 100% real?
I don't know, but most of my
You just focusing on the
most of my
chickens right
meat-
now.
Most of my meat is organic.
You think. Because this is the thing. This is what always fucks me up. Is that when they say made with 100% real chicken. Because
No,
it's
wait,
like
why would it say that?
when food places say that. They say
Oh, okay,
this
I'm talking about the
burger
meat I buy.
made with 100% real beef, right? That doesn't mean that the burger you are eating is 100% real beef. It just means it's made with 100% real beef. They could
Right.
be cutting that shit like crack rock and giving you the most bullshit in the world, and it's 10% of 100% real beef. It's like when you see made with a 5% real apple juice. What the fuck is the rest? What's the 95% I'm drinking right now? Please let me know.
All I know is that the meat that I buy is usually from Foster Farms or I forget the other place that sells organic meat.
Foster
I know.
Farms.
I
Foster
forget the
Farms.
other organic place.
Foster Farms could have 3-headed chickens running around them goddamn farms, and you would have no idea.
But at least they killed it.
They killing all of them.
No, because at least it was a chicken and it was like, running around and they killed it and, it got passed to me. We really do not know if that is chicken. That could be rat
Man, listen, that's chicken.
meat. That could be,
It's steroid pump chicken.
we don't know. We don't know. You guys don't know.
All right.
Rolling with the homies. Can't believe you guys don't know that.
Oh man. Okay, so
Where is Keem?
Keem is in Boston.
All right, Keem.
There was actually kind of a lot of stuff that happened over like the last weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like not necessarily in my life specifically, but just in kind of the world in general.
Okay.
A lot of
Tell
stuff
us about
happened.
it. I'm trying to remember even my weekend. I can't remember things that went on.
Drake got booed off stage
He did. Drake got booed off stage, and he took it like a champ.
at Camp Flogna.
All right.
Drake got booed. No, he was extremely professional about that because I would have been up there telling everybody to suck my dick. He was just like, "Yo, I go by the name of Drake. I'm out of
I
here."
wouldn't have because I got paid. I don't really care. He got a short set. I got paid. He is still Drake.
How do you boo
You're still
Drake?
Drake. Exactly. Like for
Drake.
Drake is extremely aware of who he is in this world. So I'm like, all right.
How do you boo Drake? I
Yeah.
know people that can't fucking stand Drake. That when they saw that, they was on Twitter like, "Yo, like you niggas are booing Drake." Like,
Yeah.
I thought we all collectively liked Drake. I thought he was like Michael Jackson. How do you boo Michael Jackson off the fucking stage?
He's not like Michael.
Huh?
Right. He's not like Michael.
Drake is the highest selling music artist in American history.
But still, it's not like they were promised Jay-Z and then got Drake. It was like
They would have booed Jay-Z.
no, they wouldn't boo Jay-Z.
They wanted Frank Ocean. If
Yeah,
anybody,
but if there's one person they wouldn't have booed,
if
it
anybody,
wouldn't have been Jay-Z.
Allie, I promise you.
They wouldn't have been
I
Jay-Z.
promise you that these 22, 21-year-old hipster white kids in mom jeans and rolled up beanies would have booed Hove off the fucking stage because they wanted Frank Ocean. If
they did. I
anybody
believe it.
besides Frank Ocean stepped on that stage, it could have been Prince, from the dead, and they would have booed that nigga off
You're
the
so
stage.
dramatic. No,
I'm serious. Because I'm thinking about the crowd that's there.
Yeah, I know. I feel it.
Like, those are all OF day one fans, hipster kids.
I mean, but they still had other people there. They said other rappers. It wasn't YG there.
Yeah, YG was there, but
So it's not.
no, it's not the same because
I know it's
they
not the
knew
same
YG was gonna
it's
be
because
there.
the expectancy. I get it, and there was a surprise. There was supposed to be a surprise performance, and they expected that specific performance to be Frank Ocean. But you can't say that Drake wasn't like suited to be there. Now I will say some of the songs he performed, I was actually disappointed. I'm like, why Drake? Like, I don't want to sing that one. I would have sung it because it's Drake, but I don't want to sing. You know. I used to that was like huh?
You guys been to a Drake show?
I have.
Yeah,
Bro, Drake cannot perform.
He can't perform.
I don't know, bro. The Drake concert. I
I've
went to the
heard-
Drake concert after Take Care, and I loved it.
Yeah, I've heard good things about.
And
him.
then it was a concert that they had at the Forum. It was like he performed, Dot performed, Future performed, Ray Sherman. It was a bunch of people. I think it was a Power 106 concert, but. Like, Dot came out, Dot set went crazy, right? Dot is from LA. Drake came out, and the entire Forum was literally shaking. Like, his set was crazy. Like, so I don't know. Maybe he's hit and miss, but the 2 times I seen Drake, that nigga was lit.
I've heard good things. My friends have been to the show, and I've heard good things about him.
But yeah, that's just crazy to me that they booed him off stage. Tyler, the creator, was so. I feel worse for Tyler because it's like
That's
I
his
put on
stuff.
this big ass festival. I get the biggest artist walking the face of the earth to come out, and you niggas boo him off stage. Like that's just
Yeah.
crazy. But Petty Drake being Petty Drake posted, which is probably not true, but it's just funny as hell that he posted it. That he got a 10-year residency at Camp Flognaw, so I'll be seeing you all until you're 30 years old. Oh man.
Good
Being
on
art,
Drake.
that's crazy. I heard Master P got booed off stage at the No Limit reunion show.
Why was there a No Limit reunion show?
Apparently,
I don't understand why he would get booed off stage. If you come there, you have to know what it's about. Like
you got to know
shouldn't-
Master P is
You
going to be on
shouldn't
stage at some
expect
point.
anything less. You shouldn't expect anything less.
Oh my god!
Would you go to a Master P reunion? A No Limit reunion?
Would I go?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would. I had to think about that. I would.
Yeah, if everybody's
Especially
there,
like
I'm
Silk the
going.
Shocker and all them.
Yeah, if everybody going.
Yeah, I would. Okay,
Let's see what else happened this past weekend.
a bunch of stuff.
Oregon.
Oh my God.
Oregon Starks. Did you hear about this? The Oregon women's basketball team beat
We're not going to spend too much time on this.
the national women's basketball team. Like, the team that represents the United States of America, the professional ones, lost to the University of Oregon. That would never happen in men's sports. Any men's sport you want to name, that is not. If they assembled the best college athletes on one team to play the U.S. men's national team, they would lose by 175 points. Football, if they took LSU and played the Miami Dolphins, they would lose by 96 points. There was no men's sport you can name where a college team, not even the best college kids put together, one college team is beating pro athletes. It's not happening. It's not happening. And they want to see some of these NBA contract type money. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck all the way out of here.
I don't have anything to say.
Like, come on, Allie. Come on.
I don't have anything to say.
Oh my God. Do you like, and the thing is, I'm not shitting on women's sports as a whole either. It's just women's basketball and some of these expectations they have in comparison to the NBA. Like, with basketball specifically. Like, do you think that, who's the best school in track right now?
Collegiate wise?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's too hard to say team wise.
Okay, USC is usually really good, right? Let's take USC for example. Do you think that USC track would beat the women's national team?
That's very possible.
Think so?
That's actually very possible.
Actually, that is possible because in the
It's
Olympics
different.
they run out of college, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's actually. But I feel you. I understand. I just don't have anything to say.
That's insane to me.
I understand. I was actually really shocked. I don't know. But you know what? The one thing I will say is usually with national teams, and a lot of time women in the Olympics, like you can take USC's. If USC had 4 like amazing sprinters, they would have a good run against the USA women's team. Only because, to me, and I don't know how it is mainly for basketball, but a lot of times people clown the USA in our 4x1, our relays, because we're not as fluent when we come together. So they drop the stick almost at every single Olympics.
Because the chemistry is different.
Yeah, exactly. And so I don't know, maybe with the national team, maybe the chemistry just isn't there like you would be before a team. That's the only thing that I can really say.
Man, it's just nothing in my mind that can justify that. Like,
What they beat them by?
I don't know. They won. That's all that mattered to me, is that they won. Oh my God. Let's see what else. Kaepernick is holding workouts this weekend. Shout out to Kaepernick.
In Atlanta.
He invited NFL teams.
I don't know how I feel about that, because
Why not?
This is gonna sound so terrible, but I just want him to stop.
You want him to stop trying?
Like, do you really think Cap is about to get out? Like, no, actually, you know what? I think
that Colin Kaepernick is better than at least 5 starting quarterbacks in the NFL
I will say
right
that.
now.
I will still say that. So never mind. Let me shut up. I'll agree with that. I think I don't know how much. Well, there's some part of me that doesn't know how much faith I have in him actually getting out there and his in game, like coming back.
And at bare minimum, he can be a backup. He could be a backup somewhere.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean,
I think he can still
he
play
hasn't been in
football.
the game for what, 4 or 5 years now?
It's been like 3 or 4 years, I think.
Like, just not playing football.
Yeah, I think it's been like 3 or 4 years.
Not playing any type. It's not like he went to CFL.
Yeah.
Or
I know, I hear
football. So I'm just like, I don't know. But
I hope he get a job.
I do. I really hope he does, and he better do great, because Lord knows if he get.
Bruh, if he did, if he did all this shit and go out there and stink it up, oh my God. Oh
losing
my.
everybody.
Oh my God, niggas will never kneel again. Niggas will never kneel again if Kaepernick go out there and stink it up. Stand your ass on 2 feet, nigga. You out here with 4 interceptions.
Did all this with you?
Stand the fuck up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man! All right.
Speaking of sports, the Niners lost. Oh,
The Niners did lose.
The
That was
Niners lost.
That was a great fucking Monday night football game.
I was so tired.
And
I
my
slept when I woke
favorite part about the Monday Starks, did you watch the Monday night game last night? All right, so look. So the 49ers, their current kicker, Robbie Gould, is injured, right? So they held kicker tryouts a couple weeks ago for just random motherfuckers. And this guy, I forgot what his name is, but he kicked at Illinois, and he got the job. Robbie Gould, who is their kicker, held the tryouts himself, right? So I think he kicked last week against the Chargers. But I don't know. He kicked the Monday night game, which was a fucking down-to-the-wire game, right? He goes 3 for 3. 3 for 3. Game comes down to the very end. It's in overtime. If he kicks this, they win the game. Straight line, like a maybe 32-yard kick, right? Sports and stories write themselves. Here you have a guy who was not in the NFL at all, and in week 7, he finds himself on the NFL roster kicking the game-winning field goal on Monday Night Football. He shanked the fuck out of the ball and kicked it in the tunnel. Straight line drive.
But that wasn't
He
his
kicked
first.
it in the tunnel.
That wasn't his first field goal.
That's what I'm saying. He was 3 for 3 during the game before that.
Right.
And then Seattle goes on to win the football game. I was dying laughing.
I actually didn't see that part.
He thought shit was sweet. He thought it was like a Disney movie, and he was just about to come from working the Enterprise, washing cars, and kick
all
the
of
game
that,
when
he
it field
still
goal to
did
Monday
very
night.
well.
No, he did do
Coming
really
off
well.
the streets.
I just think it was funny, like that it just went completely left from the Cinderella story that it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But not. Yeah, it had to end on a kick. Nah, but that was a great Monday night game. Sierra made a great choice in choosing Russell Wilson instead of Future, because that nigga is about to be the MVP of the league. Russell Wilson was out there running and throwing and doing all kind of superhero shit. I was like, this nigga is amazing.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but his swag is just completely different.
Oh, yeah.
Now that he got her, it's completely different.
Russ swag was different after he got some pussy. When they was going through that whole
Oh my God.
stage of engagement where they was saving themselves for each other and they was engaged for like a year and a half, that nigga wasn't playing right. They got married. He got him some pussy. Back to MVP status.
Oh my God. See, ladies, this is why you leave the drug dealer. I can't say rapping, but just. I'm setting myself up.
Leave the drug. You gotta specify.
Leave the drug. No, because he don't even really do drugs like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, I quit.
You
Leave these toxic niggas alone. I'll say that.
Hey.
Leave these toxic niggas alone. That has been the thing. Let's not deal with this. We are above this. Go get you a Russell Wilson.
Shout out to Russell Wilson. It ain't a lot of Russell Wilsons though. I don't know no Russell Wilsons.
You know what? Okay, so look.
I don't know not one of them niggas.
We were talking about that there actually are a lot of good dudes out there. There's a lot of good dudes and good guys out there.
There's a lot of good dudes.
Hold on, listen. There's a lot of good dudes and good guys, and good women out there. The thing is, a lot of them do not want to be in relationships, and a lot of them do not want to be married.
It's facts.
And that is where the problems are, because a lot of people's like, oh, there's no good, and there's a lot of good ones out there, but they have to get to the point where they're willing to want to be in a relationship.
They're smart people.
Oh my gosh.
Falling in love is like halfway stupidity. Like when you think about it, like there's nothing
Why?
rational about being in love with somebody.
And you're not supposed to fall in love. I hate the term falling in love.
Whatever you want to call it.
Choosing love.
Are you 100% in your right mind when you love somebody? Like, let's be honest. There is nothing rational.
Yes.
No, there is
you
nothing.
You love your siblings. You love your mom.
No, but you're not in love with them. There's a difference between loving somebody and being in love with somebody. So much so that to the point that when you break up with somebody who you were in love with and you are no longer in love with them, you often have moments where you think like, what the fuck was I thinking there? Like in that situation, or to,
but you
or
shouldn't have
to
a
be
lot of moments like that.
Or like to be doing this, or to be thinking this way. Like, what the fuck was I doing? Like, you make drastically different decisions.
No, but you shouldn't have times like that. And if you actually think about it, there's a lot of friends and family members that screw you over a lot more than your significant other.
But we're not talking about, we are talking about the state of mind that you're in.
But that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be in that
when you're
like
in love with somebody.
Trans type of state where, you know, things aren't making sense and you're just not thinking clearly. It should not be like that. That's not healthy. That's not healthy.
I guess I'm speaking more towards like, it's just a lot of shit that you wouldn't do like in your right mind if you were single, or like it's ways that you wouldn't feel if you were single. Because to a degree, like the person that you're with controls your emotions to a degree. A decision.
But you can say that same thing for like my sister can piss me off.
No. There's a difference between pissing you off and like fucking up your day. Like the person you're with.
What I'm saying, it should not be like
but
that.
It can be though. Like the person
That's
that you're
not healthy.
The person that you're with can fuck up your day.
Right.
Now, hopefully you're with the right person to where they don't. But what I'm saying is they have the power to completely fuck up your day.
Right. And
you're weak.
But that's the thing. You are giving somebody that power. Just like our job can potentially have the power to fuck up our whole day. Most people, one bad thing could happen at work and they're just like, screw everything. But you have to carry that same mindset that you have for work, even over to your relationship. Like, I'm not going to let this one instance, this one moment make it bigger than what it is and then carry on for the day. And a lot of people don't do that because it's like, oh, more emotions are involved and they think it's okay, but that's not healthy. And we have to be able to create healthy habits even when we get into a relationship. And that's why a lot of us get screwed up, because we forget all those healthy habits and we go left and that person can like that. Nobody should mess up your day like that.
Yeah, but they have the power to.
They do have the power to.
That's why Drake had it right, man.
What did Drake say? Because Drake was speaking in both ways. You can't really trust Drake.
Drake said that everybody that's married is miserable. I know that's not a lifestyle I could ever get into. And he might be right.
When did he say that?
That was what song was that? I think it was like Gold Roses. It was one of those Lucy's that he dropped. It wasn't Gold Roses. It was one of those Lucy's that he dropped a couple months ago.
Wow.
I mean,
That's not true.
It's not 100% true, but it's like
That's not true.
89% true.
That's not fucking 89% true.
It's like 89% true.
Oh my gosh.
Starks,
No,
you
it's
think
not.
that most people that are married are miserable? At least one of them?
I don't think so.
At least one of them?
Yeah, at least one of them. Yeah, hell yeah.
Wait, at least one of them?
At least one of them.
What was the stats on that?
I said like 89%.
So,
I said
What are we
89%. One of the two is miserable. The divorce rate is 50%. And then the divorce rate is 50%, and then you got a lot of people who just thug it out and suffer and don't get divorced because they don't believe in it. So spike that up. I'm gonna say about 75%.
people just don't get married.
In 75% of marriages, there is one person that is
But
miserable.
that's a lot. That's the thing. Like, nobody teaches us. Like, imagine all the things we learn in life. We learn about English. Nobody teaches us how to get through life. Like, nobody teaches
nobody
you
knows.
about but there's tools that you can use. Nobody teaches you about communication, proper communication.
Because they don't
Nobody
know.
teach you about. No, they do.
They don't.
They do, because when you get to college, you learn about that if you want to learn about that.
You said nobody teaches you. I'm talking about your parents, the people that raise you.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They don't know that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about in schools, like, and I'm not talking about in our parents, because nobody taught them. And that's another thing. Our parents should teach us stuff like that, healthy ways to communicate. But nobody teaches. There's the things we learn in school. You know what I mean? They're tools that we're not even going to be able to take with us in life. Like how they talk about the stuff that we learn with math and stuff. Like, you know, you're not going to be doing trigonometry. You know.
Oh yeah.
when you get
Well,
to,
I mean,
but-
that's a completely like different conversation. That
But
you get
not
into.
necessarily.
That's like classism and resources and
But it's
who
not
has access
necessarily.
to what. It is though, because it's like when you get to college, you have access to like higher level thinking classes, like specific focus classes, like shit that you actually really
are going
really
to use.
can
But like
use.
I'm saying, why obviously this is something that's probably never going to happen, but why not teach students the proper ways? This is how we deal with things when we have a problem. This is how we communicate our feelings. This is how, why not have a class for kids like that growing up? Because it's not taught at home, because you go to school 7 hours out of the day. Your parents are working 9 hours. Then when you come home, you're doing your homework, you're eating, you're going to bed. You don't have time to teach. Well, how did you communicate at school? How did this happen? Those were a lot of the problems are happening at school. A lot of the miscommunication, a lot of the fights, a lot of the agreements. That's what a lot of stuff is happening with kids. You just come home and you kind of bring it home. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you could still incorporate that stuff. What nobody's teaching us. So then we grow up to be adults with our fucked up childhoods and, you know, our miscommunication, or our parents that just kind of trickle down whatever into us that they learned. And you expect people to navigate and to be able to communicate in a effective way with somebody who grew up in a completely separate fucked up environment. There's different levels of fucked upness.
Everybody doesn't know how to effectively communicate.
No, they don't.
And nobody knows how to 100% effectively communicate.
Right, but there's steps. There's steps that it's like a foundation. There's a foundation for it all that can help you get through. Now, you take that foundation and you learn to make it your own, but there is a foundation for it. Like,
Right.
people shouldn't be screaming at each other.
Everybody
That's
does,
like a given.
everybody doesn't know the foundation. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not.
No.
I would say
there is there's
like
a written foundation.
Over 50% of adults who have higher education still don't fucking know how to communicate. Like, it's not like something to where it's like you learn it like math and then you just have it, because you have to implement it
Right,
into your
you do.
everyday life. Like, it's hard. Like, it's not easy. Like, being it, because there's times like
But people don't know. It's not the fact that they don't know, because that they.
like in theory it sounds really good, but
Right.
it's just way too, when you factor in like human emotion and all that kind of shit, it's just way too hard for it to be like widespread, like everybody is gonna drastically improve at communicating.
No, you have to. But this thing, you have to be, when you get to be an adult, and it's like, okay, it's already too late. If I'll just figure it out along the way. You have to be willing to grow and expand. A lot of people really don't care about growth. A lot of people don't really sit there and be like, you know what, how can I be better? How can I get better? A lot of people do not do that.
A lot of people don't think about it at all.
Right. A lot of people don't care about that. Like, I literally will sit up. If I had an issue with him, I will literally sit and be like, how can I be better at this? I don't want to be this type of person. How can I get better at saying this? How can I get better at understanding or receiving certain information? Like, and there's been time, even in my relationship, there's been times where we have talks and I don't agree with something and I act a certain way, like we try to keep this open line of communication. And just because we have this open line of communication, sometimes I feel like, oh, great, he tells me everything, but sometimes I don't like some of the things that he tells me. And so I react in a negative way. Then I got to go back and be like, dang, just because I had to go back and apologize. I'm like, you know what? Here you are being open and I don't like it. So I'm acting like I have to even still learn.
A lot of women do that. Like, we'll ask for open lines of communication in a relationship, or for you to be 100% honest.
Right.
And then when it's like some shit that they don't want to hear, like, it just goes bad. That's why niggas lie.
No, but this is the thing.
Like, that is why niggas lie.
This is the thing. That can happen, but what I learned from me is the first time that happened, I actually came back the next day and I was like, oh my God, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Because we both kind of did it. Like he had did it like 2 weeks prior to me, and I ended up doing the same thing. And I was like, you know what? We say things that, you know, we try to keep an open line of communication, but then we hurt each other's feelings, but that's not intentional. So I had to actually take a step back and actually go, you know what? You're speaking from your heart. You're not like actually saying something to hurt me. You're just speaking from the heart. I have to be open-minded and take that. And then I had to I basically apologized. I was like, I'm so sorry, because now I'm discouraging you from speaking your mind.
Yeah.
So that's the things that keeps people going, because it's like, okay, wow, this person's still trying.
Yeah.
Let me keep going. But a lot of people and women, they won't come back and be like, you know, women, when they know they're wrong, it's like, okay, you know, I might overreact, and they just kind of keep pushing forward. So my thing is, we're always going to make mistakes. I make mistakes, but the minute I realize it, I'm like, oh shoot, that was bad. Let me pick up the phone. I'm like, hey, yesterday when I said this, I know I was upset, and but that was wrong. I shouldn't have did it that way. Like, so you just have to keep working.
Women, do not ask your man to be honest with you if when he's honest you react like you would have rather been lied to.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Because even me.
Yes, it is true.
No, it's not. Because majority of the time.
I'm telling you, as a man who knows men, when y'all react like that is why niggas lie.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that's not true. What I'm saying is, don't listen to him when he says women don't do that. What I'm saying is, learn from your reactions. Because there's been times where he's had a negative reaction. I'm like, well, dang, you asked me to tell you. And then he's like, oh, you know, my bad. Like, okay, I didn't like that, but. Like, so, and it doesn't always work both ways. It is a problem mostly for women. I do agree with that. But my thing is, it's not always the reaction. It's you learning from it. So, and I did. The next time we had to talk about something, I actually like sat and I was like, okay, you know, I don't really like this, but take a moment, listen. And I dealt with it better. But it takes practice. So you can't really say, you know, don't have this negative reaction. Just learn. Be able to learn from yourself and evaluate yourself. A lot of people don't evaluate themselves. And I'm constantly evaluating myself because I am aware that I can be difficult. I am aware that I can be this. I am aware that, and you just have to be aware of yourself and be willing to want to grow. And that's my thing is, I want to grow. I want to be better. And the majority of people do not want that.
This is true. That was a great deep dive by Alex Stone.
Oh, wait, that goes into my next thing. So I posted something on Instagram right now. You guys should actually vote for this. So me and my dude were talking, and I don't even know how we go. I had posted this thing, freaking Keem, too. I almost don't want to respond. This guy, Donnell, he actually dates Dana. I think her name is Dana Chanel. She is an entrepreneur. She actually created Shazam apps.
You snitching.
Huh?
You snitching.
What? So this is her husband. He actually said something about he was giving for all the brothers. He was trying to put everybody up on game. This is how you do a first date.
I saw
you
that.
set it up 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah,
you get her flower. He said all this elaborate stuff. So from that conversation,
he did some real Love Jones shit.
Yeah, he did, and it was very extreme. I wouldn't necessarily agree with it. I agree with the intent. But that is a lot.
I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm not. He has some good stuff he was saying in here, but it was some of the shit where I was just like, okay, this isn't 100% necessary.
Yeah, not for your first date.
Nigga said, make sure you get black ice. Make sure you valet. Make sure y'all pray over the food. Order the flowers to the table and wait 5 minutes in the bathroom and tip the nigga in the bathroom with the gum.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Tip the nigga in the bathroom with the gum and the peppermints.
He didn't say that. Okay. Anyways, from there, me and my dude were talking, and the question was, women, would you be okay with being in a relationship where every other date you paid?
I don't
because
think
what he was saying is women don't actually understand, and he kind of gave examples of some of his friends, like, you know, we take a woman out to date and we spend this, we get this, and then it racks up, and women just think like, oh, it was a nice gesture, and it happened. Oh my God, when's the next one? Not actually taking into account that he might have spent like $200 to $300.
Yeah.
Right. So with that, we came from the question is, women, would you be okay being in a relationship if you paid for? Because I had told him, I said, we were talking about going on dates more, and I was like, well, I want to take you on dates too. So, would you be okay with paying for every other date as a woman in a relationship?
I mean, I would hope so. Listen, if
he's saying that most women are going to say no,
but the first date, I'm paying for everything. I mean, it's okay for her to assume I'm paying for everything on the first date. Okay. But the second date, if I don't see a flinch when the bill comes, I'm not even saying you got to pay, but flinch. Make me believe that you want to pay for this bill. Pump fake. Or else there is no third date. And then after that second date,
when should you stop flinching?
In the second date, I'm trying to finesse. After the second date, if she don't flinch, after that point, I'm just trying to finesse into just getting some pussy and then fucking her for as long as I can. And that's what category she falls into.
If you're in a relationship, when should you like stop flinching? When should you... Because for me, I don't...
When should you stop flinching? If you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be flinching. If you're in a relationship, you should genuinely be reaching to pay for the bill.
Well, see, the way that we work is I usually say it in advance. So he's aware. So there's no like, I got it. No, I want to get it.
But like at that point, like when y'all together, like couples I've seen are together, like neither one of them really gives a fuck about paying for it at that point. It's like, oh, you got it or I got it. It's like...
Who cares?
Neither one of them really care. Like, I mean, sometimes the guy's like, no, I got it. You know what I mean? But like at that point, the girl really doesn't care.
What do you mean the girl doesn't care?
Like when they're in a relationship. I haven't seen it too much to where like two people are in a relationship, like, and have been, to where like the girl really cares about having to pay. When they're together. Like she'll be like, oh, I got it. Like, it's not a big deal. You get what I'm saying? Like, she'll be like, oh, I got it. Like,
yeah. You what?
That's what I'm saying. Like when y'all are, honestly,
it depends on where we're at.
Honestly, and I love women, and I love women for this. But this is the great thing about y'all, and this is y'all downfall, is that when women love you, women will do any fucking thing.
Well,
like anything.
We'll do anything. Like women, we do the littlest, dumbest thing.
Women will help you fucking shovel snow for 3 fucking hours if they love you. Women will
smile on their face.
With a smile on their face. They will help you do anything because they enjoy it, because they love you. And it is the most mind-boggling shit to me. That's why we had that conversation about like women doing things that they maybe don't really want to do, but they get enjoyment out of it because
they're helping
their man, versus men not wanting to do it and men not getting any enjoyment from it. Like when men don't want to do shit, we don't want to do it. Like when women will do it because it's like, oh, like, yeah, like I'll help you, or I'll go with you to the store. Like if your girl asks you to go with her to the store and you don't want to go to the store, you're not going to the fucking store. But if you want to go to the store and your girl don't really want to go, she's still probably gonna come with you because she just enjoys spending time with you. But to you, it's like, yo, I don't feel like getting up, I don't feel like going out, I don't feel like I'm sitting on the fucking couch. You know what I mean? Guys aren't like that. We just not wired like that.
You're not, and that's okay. That was like literally, we had a whole deep conversation about like how women and men are wired and the things that we care about, and the conversation stemmed from dating and taking each other on a date and how women want to feel special. And he was basically saying like men don't have the urge to want to feel special like you guys do.
We don't.
Yeah. So it's but I will say that I think men should communicate, because what we both agreed on is men don't. It is harder to try to, you know, get things for your man or treat your man. And I know a lot of women have issues getting gifts for their men because they get shitty gifts.
Yeah,
but it is harder for men because you never really know what a man wants.
But it's like,
and he agreed with that too.
Yeah, no, it is kind of like that. But I mean, for the most part, like, just, I mean, like, watch the shit he does, or like if he plays video
I have
games,
to
like
pay
shit
attention.
like that, you know what I mean? Like, but to the point about you saying like men, Like, it's weird because, like, as boys growing up, like, you go play outside, you go fucking roll around in the dirt, you go do whatever. Like, you're not used to being, like, spoiled. So when a guy comes across a girl that he's with and she spoils him for the first time, it feels awkward. It's like you almost don't know how to accept it. It's like a little bit weird.
I only can relate to that now. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now. I can relate to that now as a woman, which is probably very sad. But it really is.
I do remember you saying that.
It really, for real. Like he's slowly telling me about my birthday, and I'm like having anxiety because of the fact that he wants to do all this stuff for me, and I'm like, what? Like you really don't need to.
Allie got PTSD so bad from last relationship. Niggas didn't do nothing for Allie, bro. We was talking about like just doing shit like for your significant other, and she would be like, "Oh my God, you said happy birthday." And I'm like, yo.
It was not that bad.
I'm like, yo, what were you going through? Jesus Christ. You remembered my birthday? I'm like, God damn. What type of color purple ass relationship was you in? Diary of a Mad Black Woman ass relationship. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. If I could find a good girl who had the past experiences that Allie's had, I would be fucking Superman. Like, I'm coming through with dinner plans and birthday cakes and all kind of shit.
Anyways, but I have a balance.
I'm like Obama to this chick. Whoever this
I have a balance because I have friends that, because I do get excited about certain things. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like you want to plan like my birthday? Like you want to plan a whole day? Like I'm like, you don't need to do all this. Like this is extreme.
You love me.
So anyways, I have friends that kind of like bring me back up to like, a higher standard. They're like, he should want to do that. He should. And so I'm like, okay, so like they kind of like talk me up. Bro. Oh yeah, my homegirls, especially my girlfriends, they're like, no, he needs to do that. He needs to do that. And I'm like, okay.
Listen, man, find you the good girl who got her shit together with a bar set extremely low because of fuck niggas. That is the gem. That is like the diamond in the rough.
If you can find,
it's like finding a needle in a haystack. But if you can find it, goddammit, you home free, because whatever you do is great. Whatever you do is great.
That's not true.
Whatever you do is great.
That's not true, because I am taking this relationship a lot differently now. In my last relationships, I never really cared to date, because you got together so young. It was just like y'all was just kicking it all the time. So now I'm very adamant about like we have talks like, okay, when's the next date? When are we actually like? I make that a point because I didn't do that in the last one. So the standards are raised.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm not used to a lot of it. So it is weird to like have someone that just like wants to do all this stuff, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's very weird.
And so that's how y'all feel?
That is for the most part. Like the first time it happens, it's like, yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
Then after that, y'all just get real comfortable.
Then after that, I mean,
niggas get laid back.
After that, I mean, we cool with it.
Y'all get laid back.
We cool with it. You know what I'm saying?
You want to cook me a full course meal? All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Like I get those all the time.
Like when you get the girl who don't only give you pussy for Valentine's Day, it's pretty nice. You know what I'm saying?
You guys, that's nothing we talked about. Guys getting comfortable. Guys get extremely comfortable when they get in a relationship.
Yeah, women do too, though.
Yes, they do.
Both parties get comfortable.
No, they do. But guys, the level is a lot different.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you speaking from a woman perspective, because I think a man would say that a woman gets very comfortable as well. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Phone a friend.
She don't get done up for you no more. Like she walking around the house with her wig off all the time. It's crazy. It's insanity. Head is an apology. Pussy is a gift. It's fucking crazy.
Oh my God.
Women is wilding out here.
I wasn't complaining in the beginning.
Hey, keep that same energy. Keep it spicy.
Oh, I'm at 50%.
All right, man. What else we got to talk? I feel like anything else is kind of gonna be off the rails. What else we got to talk about?
Everything is gonna be. Do we do Summer Walker? She canceled
we have
44 her tour.
Oh my God, Summer Walker canceled her boring ass tour.
First off,
woe is me. Did you see the video of her bringing out Usher?
It did.
Usher was trying to turn up. Summer Walker was standing her ass in one spot.
That's how she does a lot of her shows. She needs to be like.
You gotta adapt though.
She needs to be in a very like jazz type setting. She needs to do those type of shows like Guapole. She needs to do shows like that. She doesn't need.
But that's what I'm saying.
Doesn't fit.
If you perform like that, don't bring Usher out. That doesn't make sense.
What song is Usher on? Is Usher
Like,
on a song?
I'm trying to think of somebody else
He's
who
on one of her
performs super like low key or mellow like that. Like, who's an artist that's just like super mellow, like vibey type? Black shouldn't bring out Chris Brown.
Yeah.
It would look fucking retarded.
Janae Aiko is very mellow. I mean, she can kind of turn up with you, but she's still very like.
She's pretty much mellow for the most part.
Yeah.
Janae Aiko shouldn't.
Right, you got to
Yeah,
be
that's
able
what
to
I'm
move
saying.
around with him.
Janae Aiko shouldn't be on stage with Meg
But
Thee Stallion.
Summer
It would look
deals
fucking
with
crazy.
A lot of anxiety. She's still a kid.
Then
and
why
she's
are
still,
you performing?
She doesn't want to. She's literally, the crazy thing is she's literally said in interviews, if I did not have to do this, I would not do this. Like, if it wasn't a money thing, like, I would be perfectly.
Stop doing this shit. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Just be Lauryn Hill. We see you once a fucking year.
No, because she hasn't made the money. That's not how Lauryn Hill started. That is not how.
I know that's
Hill started.
not. I know that's not how she started.
She needs to make her money.
Listen.
She wished that she could just make songs, people will love them, and she doesn't have to do anything.
At a certain point, people gonna stop paying for that shit anyway, so she gonna have to stop regardless.
No, because she actually makes really good songs, and she has a good voice.
Yeah, but
and the thing is, people actually know. I think that's why people are upset. They actually know she has a good voice.
You still don't want to go see the artist that you like who has good songs but performs trash. You don't want to go. You won't see it twice.
Niggas
You won't.
still go
You won't see it
Lauryn
twice.
Hill.
You won't see it. You wouldn't buy 2 Summer Walker tickets. I promise you would not.
People will still buy 2 Lauryn Hill tickets. Hey, well, niggas is faithful to Lauryn Hill.
But Lauryn Hill, from what I've seen, her performance is actually ain't bad. Videos I've seen, she ain't like Summer Walker was standing in one spot, singing.
I don't know what song it was.
Like looking mad awkward.
Walker. It's okay, girl.
Pity the fool. All right.
T.I.
We talked about that.
Did we talk about that?
We talked about that last week.
Security. Security? No, not the hymen. No, we're not talking about that. Tiny and her husband Tip, where I don't like calling him Tip. That just doesn't sound right.
Call him T.I.
T.I. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Hey Tip. Sounds a little awkward. Okay. They were on some radio show and Tiny was asked, I don't even know how she's asked, but do you marry for love or do you marry for security? And Tiny said that Candy's mom, when they were growing up and they were going through their escape days, she was basically telling her to marry for security.
Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the escape. Just kick it.
Just kick it. Okay. Yeah, so she was telling her to marry for security.
I think that a lot of women over 30 marry for security.
Really?
Yes. The women who want kids and want to be married, I think they marry for security after 30. Or shit, maybe even earlier than that. Like 29 plus.
You know what? I would agree to that. I think I
don't think they always...
The thing that changes is...
necessarily married because they madly in love with the nigga. I think they want to be married. Okay. They want kids. They want whatever they view coming with the married life. They want it and their friends have it or whatever the case may be. And they just kind of marry a nigga that they maybe really like or kind of love, but they ain't like in love with him.
But I also still feel that's very vague. So...
Think so?
Honestly, I know I'm a little bit different, but I would...
Please don't use you in this example.
No, I'm going to use me because I would argue that even though I'm in love, I would still marry for security and not financial security, but there's other levels of security. But agreeing, like, okay, financial security too. I wouldn't marry a man that doesn't have a job.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or can't take care of himself.
Mm-hmm.
So, or somebody, not essentially that can take care of me as a whole, because I don't look for somebody to take care of me and the kids, but somebody who doesn't have that mindset where, like, you know, they're like, you know, we're, as far as like being able to take care of family.
I get what you're saying.
So in that sense, yeah, like you do marry for security.
You are a person who has also said that you don't mind being alone if you had to.
Yeah.
There are a lot of women, not even just women, just people in general who don't want to fucking die alone.
Oh, yeah.
And they're getting married for that reason. Like, because they don't want to die alone.
Yeah. I can't.
So it's like, I think more people, to be honest with you, I think more people marry for security than love.
I don't think so.
Or maybe they do love the person, but I think security weighs more in that equation than love does.
No, I don't even think people know why they get married, because it's definitely not security. Because if that's the case, a lot of those women would stay married.
Cheaper to buy a house. It's cheaper.
But
It's cheaper to fucking live when you're married.
A lot of them would stay married if that's the case. And
No, you're right.
So I don't think it's for security. I honestly feel like people don't have any clue of why they get married.
The security of being with one person and that person only being for you. The financial security, like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's just different types of security that weighs more for a lot of people than love.
Yeah, but that's for men too.
Yeah, I know. We was just talking about in general, right? We wasn't gender specific with that, was we?
Not necessarily.
I was gender specific when I was speaking about age wise.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, but yeah, in general of the other stuff, yeah, I agree with that, because even when you're in love, you still are looking at what that person is giving you and what they can bring to your life. And if they don't bring anything to your life, even with relationships in general, it's like you get in a relationship for the security of it to an extent. Like, why are y'all exclusive? What do you mean?
Like, why would you go from dating somebody and y'all dating and it still has like the aspects of a relationship, but y'all become exclusive? Like, why do y'all become exclusive? You get what I'm saying? Security.
Which type of security are we talking about?
The security of knowing that person is just for you and you are just for that person. That type of security. Emotional security. Okay. Like, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Which transitions me into my next topic. And Starks, I would like some of your input on this as well.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
Oh, is that your new?
All right.
Okay.
Now, in this scenario I'm giving you guys are both single dating people, right?
Okay.
And you're, playing the field, y'all dating people. But let's say there's a person that you're dating, y'all been dating for a few months, and I'm going to give you some things that could arise, and you tell me that if this is a deal breaker or not. Now, keep in mind, with each of y'all, you've been dating this person for around 3 or 4 months, and you actually like them. All right, you like them. Y'all have been spending nights together on weekends and stuff like that. You find out that they piss in the bed. Huh? How bad is she? She really good looking.
Yeah, and she pissing the bed, like, how often?
Like, like it's like a weekly thing. Like at least 2 or 3 nights out the week she pissing in the bed.
Let's look.
If she bad looking.
My thing is, I think we'd have to like look into why.
It's a medical condition.
Ah.
And he pisses in the bed 2 or 3 nights out the week. And I'm not talking about a little put. I'm talking about the sheets. You got piss on your side of the bed.
I would stay.
You would stay with a nigga that pees in the bed? That's crazy.
You know how many things you're gonna have to deal with when
piss is not one of the things I signed up. Listen,
right? But okay,
you got one time. You got one time to piss in the bed.
Imagine you marrying someone and you talk about sickness and in health.
We're not talking about marriage. We're talking about dating.
Right. That's just dating. So
in marriage, through sickness and through health, right, we'll figure that shit out. I'll sleep in another room if I have to. But if I'm dating you.
But he's a good person. It's good by that he has that like one issue and he can't control that. We're gonna figure something out.
Yo, y'all got these 2 motherfuckers that y'all dating wearing adult diapers in the goddamn bed because they can't stop pissing.
Baby, I'm staying if you pee in the bed. Oh, good Lord.
That's crazy.
You would leave?
Yes.
You would not leave, Jordan. You're so...
If we are 3 months in a date and I find out that you...
3 months.
You gotta really reevaluate the relationship. You can be like, is this shit really
That's what I'm saying.
Worth it?
That's what I'm saying.
But
3 months. You at the 3 month mark.
If it's a good person and I'm still dating other people and I realize that they're the person, yeah, that wouldn't stop me.
If she got hella bread and she pee on your leg every night, what you doing?
How much money she got?
She just bought you a range for your birthday.
Damn, she bought me the Range.
Yeah. You staying, bro. She bought you the Civic.
She bought me the Range. I might sleep in sweatpants.
Bro,
I ain't gonna
she bought
lie.
you the Civic, you still sleeping in your
A Civic? Nah, I'm not staying for a Civic.
Bro, yeah, you are.
I can buy a Civic.
I know, but you don't have to. You just gotta get beat up.
I'm not getting pissed on for a Civic.
5 years, 3%.
Not that.
Listen,
What?
it's chicks flying out to Abu Dhabi right now to get pissed on for a Civic. I'm not getting pissed on for a Civic.
I would, yeah.
All
I
right.
think 3 months is the only thing that where it's like, okay, let me see how the dating scene is. But if this person is just a really good person, it would be very weird. I don't know how I would get through it, but it's not like a just.
All right, 3 months. Nah, 6 months in. 6 months in, you find out that they do coke on like a somewhat regular basis.
No, I'm out. I'm out.
Depends on how you doing it.
I'm out.
Doing coke like
We're dating.
every 2 months. I'm not leaving.
I'm not.
What if she
out.
doing coke every weekend?
I'm out. I'm out. There's certain things I'm not dealing with. I'm not dealing with, especially pre-marriage. I am not dealing. No.
All right.
That's yes. Like me.
Come on, you got some
Like it just so happened. Maybe you didn't tell me about something. But I found out after marriage, and I'm like, okay,
All right.
we got to try to help.
3
But no.
months in, and you catch them using your toothbrush one morning.
It's a confrontational moment.
That's very weird. I would just be like, why?
But
And then-
that's what I'm saying. Like, you got the added element of the weird factor, plus it being nasty as fuck. So it's like, why would you do that?
why is it
And then
super nasty?
why the
though?
fuck would you? Why is it nasty? Somebody else using your toothbrush?
It's not somebody else. It's some. Oh wait, who are they? You're dating?
You're dating them. You've been dating them for 3 months. You wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom, or you about to go to the bathroom. You see the nigga brushing his teeth with your toothbrush.
That is kind of awkward after 3 months. Why the fuck do you have your toothbrush there at 3 months?
No, he's using yours. He spent the night at your place. He didn't bring his.
Oh,
He's using your toothbrush in the morning.
Yeah, I would ask like, well, like, what are you doing?
I'm out.
You're just leaving?
It's fucking weird.
You're right. That's kind of weird.
That's extremely weird.
Let me take that back. I'm gonna stay. 'Cause if I'm staying for piss.
Standing pitch, you can't stay Yeah, I don't know.
3 months in, you find out they have an extremely weird porn fetish.
I'm down for all that shit.
Yeah?
You know what? Oh, we were just talking about this because on Black Love, Doc Terry Crews had a
I thought you were going to say Kirk Franklin because he did too. He had a porn addiction at one point.
yeah.
Stomp!
They were talking about
All my people say.
I hate you.
It depends.
It
It
depends, right?
depends.
It depends what it is.
You watching videos of getting railed by 14 dudes. It's like.
What type of life?
It,
that what
it
she
depends what it
wants?
is.
Yeah. for
Yeah, no. It depends on how it's. I don't know. I'm not,
You can't say on that one, right?
but I'm leaning more towards like you wouldn't be at the top of my date list. I'd kind of back off. There's just certain addictions, man. Like peeing is a condition. Like you can't control that. You know what I mean? Like you have an addiction to porn, or you're like. From my understanding and from actually personal experience, like it's not that really a healthy, not my personal experience, but other guys, like that's not like a healthy thing.
Yeah, no, it's not.
So, no, I'm more so leaning towards being out.
Okay.
Depends on the content. Next question.
I agree with you, Star. It depends on the
Yeah,
content.
it's like you can't be into no life.
It depends on the content.
Majority of girls don't look at.
If she watching some just weird shit that I couldn't even explain in my mind to myself, then nah, I can't do it.
Majority of girls are not looking at the type of porn of somebody they're dating.
What would you do if 3 months in you found out they committed a murder, just one,
That's hard.
I'd have to hear the story.
and got away with it?
I'd have to hear the story.
You'd have to hear the context.
Yeah.
For sure. Would you believe their context though? You just met them 3 months ago and they just told you they killed somebody. Does really what I matter at that point? Like,
I mean,
Their ex cheated on them and they killed the person they cheated with.
I'm out. I'm out. Like, why would that even be a question? I'm out.
yeah, no, I'm out.
Oh, you got anger issues? Bye.
Yeah, right. Did he kill you before you leave the room?
Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. I'm out.
What if it was like when they was a kid, they accidentally shot somebody and them and their friends just agreed to die with the secret?
And they
Like
told
some
me,
what movie is that? Is that Stand By Me? Where somebody like dies, one of the kids dies, and they just kind of like sweep it under the rug.
Ooh, I don't know.
It probably comes with a lot of trauma though. Like you just really got to test the person.
It was like me and my friends.
Yeah.
We used to go like in the fields and shoot guns. One of the guns misfired. Freddie died, and we just kind of agreed to just never talk about it again.
They still looking for him.
I can't talk. I've dealt with people I'm pretty sure have done things.
It's a cold case.
You know what? I want to say at this growing stage in my life, I wouldn't deal with that. The
You would-
old me
you would
probably
leave?
would have
You would
stayed. I think, yeah.
Okay.
The old me would have stayed. The old me stayed through a lot. I would have, I mean, I've dated gangbangers, so. They've done things, you know what I mean? Like, I would have stayed the old me. I remember I was dating this one dude that used to rob people for a living.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
And I didn't know he used to rob people like that. And so my brother told me he was part of this robbing crew. And I was like, oh, I'm dating this one dude. And he was like, first off, he looked like a, this is going to sound so terrible, but he looked like a better version of Plies. Like, I told my
He
man
looked like a better version.
like he just had that same like look, but he was really.
Wait a minute.
He was super cute. He was super good looking, like all the girls. Like he was super cute. But anyways, he had tats.
You
Oh my
might,
God.
you
No.
might, you might like niggas that kind of look like Plies.
Why? Why? Who looks like Plies?
You might like niggas that look like
My
Plies
dude
a
does
little
not
bit.
look like Plies.
Like if I put a beard on Plies,
No, he does not look like that. No, he does not. He does
Starks.
not.
Photoshop a beard on Plies right now.
No, he does not
And
look
waves.
like him. No, he does not. He does not.
Oh no,
I hope he's insulted. I'm gonna tell him to say it.
I don't know. Yo,
But no,
with
he
that
does not.
picture?
No,
I
he
don't
does
know.
not.
With that picture.
No, he does not.
All right, we're gonna revisit that off air.
No, he does not.
Okay, so
He
you
does not.
You know what that reminded me of? It was this it was this conversation. It was a screenshot of a conversation on Twitter years ago, and this dude was like, one of my mans hit me up and told me he had found this shorty that he was dealing with. And he was like, "Yo, son, like she fired. She kind of looked like Lloyd a little bit." And he was like, "Why did you think that was okay to say? Like you out here dating shorties that look like Lloyd, Lloyd, my nigga."
See, he was a nice looking dude, but he had like, I could have never brought him home. I never did bring him home. But he
least
was
type
like
is
completely tatted, like his neck and everything was completely covered with just tats. I could have never brought him home. But then
Did y'all sing "Busted Baby" together in the car?
No, we did not. I don't think that came out by then. Maybe it did.
That was 07.
Okay, it definitely came.
Busted Baby was
Okay,
07.
I think I was dating him at that time. Oh, it came out around that time. But no,
Allie dated Plies.
my
That's what
brother
I got
had
from
to
this.
tell me about it because my brother knew some of the crew that he ran with, and then my brother called me up one night and like really kind of like just like because I had was going through my own issues and I needed to stay out of
Let
trouble.
you have it, huh?
He didn't let me have it in a good way, not in a bad way. He was
Yeah,
just
like-
like, you really need to get away.
Yeah, like what the fuck
And
are
I
you
was
doing?
like, yeah, he literally had to talk like, what are you doing? And I was just like, he really do? I was like, that's why he be like, it all made sense. I kid you not, it all made sense. And I was like,
Women
why
do
he
all
be
kinds of
having a
shit,
gun?
dumb shit when they in love. There will never be.
I wasn't in love. I just was like, oh, like I wasn't like, I knew he was in the streets, but I didn't know what he was doing. Like,
There's way less
specifically.
cases of men
Listen,
with higher education
it's been a long road.
and a good head on their shoulders dating.
I didn't have a higher education at the time. I
dating
had
a
already
scammer
got kicked
chick.
out of school. Like I was in a whole other life. So, I was trying to get my life back on track. But anyways, no, I wasn't like that much. I had only had a high school diploma at that time. But he was just a really cute dude. It's like, how girls see a cute dude and he's like, he was in the streets and everything like that. And my brother like finally let me know, and then I kind of started putting things together and him being gone certain times. And I was like, that makes sense. So yeah, but I dropped that quick.
You was Sierra?
I was.
Damn, you might be Sierra. Your life story might mirror Sierra.
Let's only hope so. Let's hope so.
You went through the Futures and the who else was she with? 50 Cent, Bow Wow.
I did go through the.
So what? You remember that song?
What?
So what?
Yep.
By her and
He do a little this, he do a little that. He always in drama. I heard.
yo, women. Oh my God, y'all are
He think he's
amazing.
slick.
Y'all are fucking amazing. Never change.
Woo, yeah. Yeah, it's been a rough time. You guys don't have to worry about stuff like that. Like, oh, she was out there gangbanging.
Yeah, no, because we're a little more rational than that.
Whatever.
We're a little bit more rational than that.
Whatever.
Oh man, but I feel like that's a good closing note. We ain't really got shit else to talk about of importance. So this has been episode 19. Episode 19. Keem, we miss you.
Special guest coming next week?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Look for it, guys.
Maybe. Look for it. Be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got any suggestions of who y'all would like to see,
If my post is still up,
a regular, attainable person, let us know.
If my post is still up by the time this comes out, please vote. So these guys don't think that we're afraid to pay for dates.
We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Again, if you have not, please subscribe on whatever platform it is you are listening to. Also, recommend and share this with a friend if you enjoyed it. This has been the TYS Talk Your Shit podcast. I'm Jordan.
See how his voice changed? Look at that.
I did my infomercial voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
My OxyClean voice. This has been the TYS Talk Your Shit podcast, episode 19. I'm Jordan.
Allie. I'm Allie.
And Stark's behind the motherfucking camera. Well, currently he's behind the computer, but same shit. And we will see y'all next week. We are out.